A 90-pound German Shepherd was returned to the shelter 3 times. Aggressive, untrainable, unlovable. That's what every family called him. Every worker at that shelter said the same thing. This dog will never find a home. But then, a 6-month-old baby did something that stunned everyone. And what happened next changed everything. 3 families, 3 rejections. 3 times he watched someone walk away and never come back. His name was Ghost, black and tan coat, ears that never folded down, and a stare so intense that most people couldn't hold it for more than a few seconds. He was powerful, he was beautiful, and for 2.5 years, he was completely alone. The first family said he was too aggressive. He wasn't. He barked at a mailman once and they panicked. The second family said their neighbors complained. A German Shepherd that size made people nervous just walking down the street. The third family kept him for 16 days before returning him with a note that said, "He won't stop following my daughter around the house. It's unsettling." Following, not biting, not growling. Following. After the third return, the shelter staff gave him a label. Not out of cruelty, out of exhaustion. They called him the lost cause, because after 673 days on concrete, watching 200 families walk past his kennel without stopping, that's what he looked like. Ghost stopped wagging his tail after the second return. He stopped standing up when footsteps passed after the third. He just sat at the front of his kennel, still and silent, like he was waiting for something he no longer believed would come. Here's something most people don't know about German Shepherds. They were bred to work, to serve, to bond with one person or one family and give them everything. A German Shepherd without a purpose isn't just sad, it's a dog whose entire reason for existing has been taken away. Ghost had no one to follow, no one to protect, no one to belong to. And then Megan walked in. Megan and Tyler weren't looking for a German Shepherd. Tyler wanted a golden retriever, something calm, something safe for the baby. Their son, Liam, was 6 months old, just starting to sit up on his own, and the last thing Tyler wanted was a dog with a bite force of 238 pounds per square inch anywhere near his kid. Megan agreed. She agreed all the way until she stopped at kennel number 47. Ghost was sitting at the front of his cage, completely still, not barking like the others, not pacing, just sitting there with those dark eyes locked on her like he already knew. She read his card, 3 returns, aggressive, untrainable, won't stop following my daughter. Megan read that last line 3 times. "This one," she said. Tyler looked at the card. "Meg, he's been returned 3 times. We have a baby." He was returned for following a child. That's not a flaw. Read it again. The shelter worker stepped in. "Ma'am, I have to be transparent. We haven't been able to place this dog. His behavior can be intense." Megan crouched down. Ghost walked to the bars and pressed his nose against her hand. His tail didn't wag. His body didn't wiggle. He just exhaled, long and slow, like someone who'd been holding their breath for 2 years. "We're taking him home," Megan said. Tyler didn't argue. He knew that look. The first 48 hours were rough. Ghost moved through the house like he was walking on glass. He flinched at doors closing. He wouldn't eat unless someone sat on the floor beside him. He circled the living room at night, checking windows, checking doors, as if guarding a place he didn't believe was his yet. Tyler watched from a distance. He respected the dog, but he wasn't ready to trust him, not with Liam. But on the third night, something shifted. Liam was in his bouncer in the living room. Tyler had stepped out to grab a bottle. When he came back, Ghost was lying on the floor beside the bouncer, not touching it, not nudging it, just lying there, his chin on his paws, his eyes locked on Liam's face. Tyler froze. Ghost didn't move. He just looked up at Tyler and then back at Liam, calm, steady, present. From that night on, Ghost stationed himself wherever Liam was. Crib, bouncer, playmat, it didn't matter. The dog was there, always there. I see you still haven't subscribed. That breaks my heart a little bit. Hit subscribe now. You need to hear what Ghost did next. Within weeks, Ghost developed a routine nobody taught him. Every morning at 5:45, he'd walk to the nursery and lie down outside the door. When Liam stirred, Ghost would look toward the bedroom, as if reporting that his shift had begun. When Megan carried Liam through the house, Ghost walked ahead, room by room, checking before they entered. Tyler called it the advance team. When visitors came, Ghost positioned himself between them and Liam. No growling, no teeth, just a 90-pound German Shepherd standing there, watching, deciding. He's not being aggressive, Megan told her mother-in-law. He's being a father. The three families who returned him called it a problem. Megan called it a gift. But what happened on a Tuesday afternoon in October is the reason this family will never let Ghost go. Liam was 9 months old. He had just learned to pull himself up on furniture. Megan was in the kitchen washing bottles. Liam was in the living room holding the edge of the couch. The baby gate at the top of the stairs was open. Tyler had forgotten to close it. Liam let go. He crawled, fast, straight toward the open staircase. Megan didn't see it. She heard it. One single bark, sharp, loud, a bark she had never heard from Ghost before. She turned and saw Ghost standing sideways at the top of the stairs, his body completely blocking the opening. Liam was pressed against Ghost's side, both hands gripping his fur. Ghost didn't move. He didn't flinch. A living wall between a 9-month-old baby and a 12-step fall. Megan sat on the kitchen floor and cried for 10 minutes. When Tyler came home, he knelt beside Ghost and put his forehead against the dog's head. "I'm sorry I ever doubted you," he whispered. Ghost licked his hand once, then he walked back to Liam and lay down beside him. Today, Liam is 2, Ghost is 5. They sit by the window together every morning, Liam in his high chair, Ghost standing beside him, both watching the street like they're guarding it together. Every night, Ghost checks Liam's room before lying down across the doorway. The same dog 3 families called a problem. The same dog the shelter called a lost cause. He was never a lost cause. He was never aggressive. He was never too much. He was just looking for his person, and his person turned out to be 2 feet tall, with chubby hands and a laugh that could make a broken dog wag his tail again. 673 days on concrete, 3 returns, 200 families who walked past, and all it took was one baby to see what nobody else could. Sometimes the dogs the world gives up on are the ones that end up saving us. Not all heroes wear capes. Some have 4 paws and a heart that never stopped believing. Is this love or instinct? Would you give a rejected dog a chance with your baby? Tell me in the comments.